right. Very good. So let's start, guys. So the next thing they want you to know is reflex action. That one is very simple. You can know it yourself. Reflex action is just talking about all this automatic response to stimulus, and it is interconnected to the nervous system. All this involuntary response, or probably something bites you, or something hits you, you shout, all those things, they are reflex action. Um, Much question, I don't think question can come out from there. It's also similar to the nervous system. In nervous system, we have the pathway from the stimulus, the receptor dictating the stimulus, then the sensory neuron taking the information to the CNS, either the spinal cord or the brain, the motor neuron taking the information to the effector cells, and to create the response. Just remember the pathway. In case they ask you, hello guys, just remember the pathway from the stimulus to the response. So same pathway is applicable to the reflex arc pathway. It's also from stimulus to receptor, from receptor to sensory neuron. Although in this guy, the nervous system, we talked about three neurons, the sensory neurons, the relay, and the motor. We said the relay, they connect both the sensory and the motor together for appropriate responses. But for the reflex arc pathway, we only have the stimulus, then the receptor dictating the stimulus, probably like your sense organs, the skin, the nose, the ear, the eye. Then the sensory neuron will take the information, disseminate it to the brain. The brain will diagnose the information and will pass out the necessary information to the motor neuron. The motor neuron will tell the effector cells, the muscles, the glands, and they will give the response. So the reflex actions helps to give quick response, and it helps to have this eye protection mechanism from danger. So immediately you react. That sometimes someone wants to put his hand in your eyes, you just really close your eyes. And there are some cases in which so Yoruba people would say ojulowo. It simply means eyes is highly protective. One way or the other, before something can eat your eyeball, it will be, that means they've targeted you a lot, because there are sometimes when insect is passing, before you know it, you quickly close your eye. They get it. So it gives you this survival advantage, it gives you this quick response, it gives you this protection from danger. So that is it. So in case they ask you few things there, maybe they ask you to compare reflex action to voluntary action. Reflex action is more faster than voluntary action. Voluntary action is the action that you are initiating yourself. You are initiating the mechanism yourself. But reflex action is very fast, like very fast. So that's it. So let's quickly move to sense organs. I will just quickly explain, because they can draw a diagram and ask you to label, or they can ask you to identify one component or the other from the sense organ. So let's quickly go through over it. Let's start with the eye. So this is the diagram. I believe you can see it on your screen, Abby. So this is the diagram of the eye. You can see different organs. Please after the class, I want you to go and know all the functions of all components in the eye and how to each other. Hope that is taken. They can ask you the component of the eye that allows light to enter, like that. So that is cornea. So let's just start from there. I will quickly rush over this. Look at it here. What's clearer, what iris, what cornea, all these guys, what they can do, and know how they can work together to perform a function. So cornea is the component that allows light to enter the eye, and cornea is interconnected with this clearer guy here. Sorry. It is interconnected with this guy here. So light will pass from the cornea, it will move to the pupil, it will move to the lens, There's something we call aqueous fluid. Do we have aqueous fluid there? There's no aqueous fluid there. So this is how light moves. Let me just quickly do it. Here's the ask you how from cornea to AF, aqueous fluid, from aqueous fluid to the pupil, and from pupil to the lens. Now, the major function of this guy here, cornea, is that it allows light to enter into the eye. It allows light to enter into the eye. Another one that you need to check is the iris also. The iris is the colored part of the eye, as you can see. You can see this colored part here. So that is the iris. And what iris does is that iris and pupil, they are interconnected. Iris has some lenses, like it contains some muscles. Sorry, the muscles help to control the size of the pupil. The pupil can adjust. So iris and pupil, they are connected. The pupil is the dark part of your eye, the dark circular part in the iris. That is the pupil. And what pupil does is that it regulates how much light enters the eye. This one regulates. When I was talking about sclera the other time, I said sclera allows light. Sclera did not regulate. No, cornea, sorry. Should I be writing this thing down? Oh, God. So, cornea allows light, right? Into the eye. So, I said iris contain muscles. Quickly write it down. That helps the pupil to adjust. It controls the size of the pupil. And the pupil, it regulates. No, we said from cornea to through the aqueous fluid, it enters to the pupil. This is this part here. So as the light is entering to the cornea, once it reaches the pupil, what the pupil will do is that it will regulate the amount of light that is entering the eye. That's why some example, for instance, when you are inside for about some hours and you go outside the room and it is very bright outside, there's a way in which your eyes will firstly look dim. Your pupil is trying to adjust to another level of exposure to light. Is that okay? So that is pupil. It regulates how much light that enters through the cornea into the eye. How much light? Just write it yourself, please. How much light that enters into the eye. So the iris, we said they are connected to the pupil. They will now be adjusting the pupil depending on the light intensity. So if it needs to take more light, then we have to increase it. So if it needs to take more light, it will be reduced. So the iris adjusts the pupil based on the light intensity. I believe that is clear. Another one you can see here is, let me take another color. I don't know why my system is jumping. So another one you can see here is the lens. So anytime you hear the word lens, have you done lens optics in physics so far? So what lens does that it will focus the light ray on the retina. So there's something they will teach you in physics, accommodation. So it is the ability of the lens to adjust the light that is entering into the eye by adjusting it or narrowing it down or dispersing it to the retina, that help us to have good vision for both far objects and near objects. So the lens will receive light from the pupil after the pupil adjusting the light, and it will send the light that has been adjusted through this is there vitreous humor here, to this guy. We now send it to the retina. This guy, this is now. So we first talk about the sclera. Sclera allows light into the eye. It talks about iris, how it helps to adjust the pupil. We talks about pupil on how it regulates the amount of light that is entering the retina. And also we talked about lens. We said lens helps to focus light on the retina. So the lens will receive the light that has been adjusted by the pupil and it will send it to this retina, but it will pass through this vitreous humor here. I hope that is taken. I hope that is taken. So another one is, I will talk about sclera. The sclera is just the white outer layer of the eye, and it gives the eye this shape and maintenance, and it can also help to protect the eye. Also, the rectus muscle, it is the muscle that is attached to the sclera. I see. So that's the rectus muscle. I think we are done uh with everything here. So the next one, the retina. We talked about the retina. It is a light sensitive layer in the eye, and it contains some photoreceptor cells. We call them rods and cones. So what retina does is that it will convert the light that has been adjusted first by the pupil and has been passed, and that is adjusted by the lens passing through the vitreous humor to the retina. It will convert the light into electrical nerve signals. That is what retina does. It will receive the light from the lens that passes through the vitreous humor, and it will send the signal to the optic nerve. So in case they ask you the function of retina, what it does is that it helps to convert light into electrical nerve signals. Is that taken? So this is the optic nerve here. So I think we are done with clear with that. This choroid here, what it does is that it helps to supply oxygen and nutrients to the retina. So you can read more on that after the class. I believe you understand the function of the human eye. Okay? So we have some common defects here. The next thing, under here, before the common defect, they talks about the functions of light. They talks about detection of light, formation of images, and all. Those ones, they cannot ask a question from what I'm seeing in this textbook. So the next thing they talked about is the common defects of the eye, which is short sight and the long sight. That is talking about myopia and hypermyopia. I believe everybody understand what myopia means. Short sight is when a person can see near objects clearly, but they have difficulties in seeing far objects. It can be blurry. So those type of people, we need a special type of glass in order to be able to see long distance objects. If they've taught you optics in physics, there's a way you should know how to build up any lens. For example, for myopia, you need a concave lens. What concave lens is that it will diverge the light that is coming, and it will help to move the image to the back of the retina. So you'll be able to see it clearly. But what they can ask under myopia is they can ask you what happens to the eyeball of a myopic person. You can say probably a guy was unable to see a long distance object but can see a short distance object. What is wrong with the eyeball? The eyeball is too long. One, that's maybe the cause, or probably the lens focuses the light in front of the retina instead of focusing on the retina. So if it focuses before the retina, in front of the retina, it will only be able to see very near objects and not far objects. Is that taken? So that is myopia. So to the other one, which is long-sightedness, this is hypermetropia. So hypermetropia is just the opposite of myopia. It's when the person can see distance objects easily. but cannot see near object very well. So in this case, the eyeball is too short. Please, if they ask you this, it can be confusing. If they ask about the eyeball of myopia, some people will be picking short eyeball. It is not short. Oh. For myopia, it is a long eyeball. Is that taken? It is hypermetropia that is a too short eyeball, or the light is focusing behind the retina. And if you want to correct it, in case they ask you, you use a convex lens, or you call it a converging lens. It will help to bring the image to the front of the retina so that the person can be able to see both the near object and the distance object. Please, is that taken? Do you understand the difference between hypermetropia and myopia? Now, all right. So let's quickly go to another sense organ, that is ear. Sorry if I'm too fast. I don't have choice. So this is the structure of the hair. As you can see, it's just no. I really like diagrams. One of the things that you need to like in biology is diagrams. Once you understand diagrams, in case they ask you to explain any component or state the function or identify, that will not be an issue. So after the class, just try and look at the diagram and find a way to see how you can know the individual functions. It can be hard, but then just try to do it. So the hair, this is the hair. It helps to give a man, it helps a man to hear, to collect sounds and transmit the sounds and convert them to nerve signals that can go to the brain, and you understand through that. So the hair is actually divided into three parts: the outer hair, the middle hair, and the inner ear. So the each part of the ear, they contain structures that are linked together. So these are the structures, the major structures of the ear. This is the helix, this guy here. It is the cuff, the outer cuff part of the ear. That's part that looks like a rim. You can see it. That is the helix there. The cartilage. You know what cartilage are? The flexible tissue of the ear. That is the cartilage. The concha, the one that directs sound into the ear canal. So just go and read it. This is the ear canal. It is the channel, like the tube that carries the sound deeper into the ear. You can see how it will move till it reach the tympanic, both the tympanic membrane and the tympanic cavity. And we have the lobule here. It is the soft lower part of the ear, the place where ladies to put their hearing that they can pierce. Some can pierce like 4. Some will pierce the lobule. Some will pierce the helix. Some will pierce the lobule, the middle part here. Some will be using 3 earrings. Whichever which way, all these 3 things will not actually reduce the number of sounds that can come to your ear, but then it can attract death. So, and that is it. So you can see that this outer, this cartilage, this helix, this concha, this lobule, this ear canal, they are linked together. The helix is a fourth structure, the outer layer of the hair, then to the concha, there to the ear canal, then to the tympanic membrane, and the sound will occur. This is the outer layer of the hair. In case they ask you, which one is the outer layer? That's 5. Cartilage, helix, concha, lobule. And this tympanic, you can also call it the middle ear, but it is actually tympanic membrane. It is the structure that is connecting the external layer to the middle ear, the external ear to the middle ear. So the middle ear starts from the tympanic membrane. So the tympanic membrane is what we call the eardrum. So it's what we call the eardrum. So this tympanic cavity is just another space in the ear where the little bones, the hair does not have that strong bones, but where the little bones are located, that is um, the tympanic cavity. Which other one? The malleus here. Assuming we can see a TVD diagram, it looks like an hammer. It is the first small bone that is attached to the eardrum. In case they ask you, we have the malleus, we have the incus, we have the stapes. They are the bones that are attached to the uh to the to this guy here. And in case they ask you, this tape is the smallest bone. This tape, it started with S, so it's the smallest. In case you remember. And how do you remember this thing? You can use SIM. That's how we remember. SIM. Is that taking? Stape, incus, malleus. In case they ask you, the three bones that are attached to the eardrum, the stapes, the incus, and the malleus. The stapes is the smallest bone. The incus is the middle bone, while the malleus is also a bone, but it's actually the first external bone that is attached to the eardrum. How that is taken. So the other one is the eustachian tube. The eustachian tube is just like a channel, the tube that connects the hair to the throat. This guy, the throat is one of the function of the throat is that it balances air pressure because it is more wider. We can see the ear is connected to the mouth. The nose itself is connected to the upper bone and to the mouth and all. So that is the eustachian tube. So from the hair canal to the tympanic membrane, from the tympanic membrane to the bones in the eardrum, the stapes, the incus, the malleus, and this oval window, it is actually the end part of the middle ear, but it is the beginning of the inner ear. So we can classify oval window as the inner ear. It is the membrane where transmission occur into the inner ear. All the sound that is coming from the external ear to the middle ear to pass through this oval window. And we have other things. Can read on the nerves, this cochlea, this round window, and all. So let's quickly move to another thing. So we have skin. So skin, the old skin helps to detect heat, cold, pain, pressure. You can go and read few components on skin, the outer layer, all those things, the epidermis, the nose to detect odor and all, the tongue also. So let's quickly go to hormonal or endocrine control. Hormonal or endocrine control. Let's go to endocrine system. Hormonal controls involve chemical messengers called hormones. We talked about hormones as chemical messengers in the last time. And they talked about characteristics of hormone here. Said they are secreted by endocrine glands, transported by blood, act on target organs. They are slow, but they have lasting effects. Let me show you this diagram. The endocrine system. This diagram, I believe you still remember what endocrine system is. They are network of glands that helps to produce hormones. So we have different glands here: the pituitary, the parathyroid, the pancreas, the adrenal gland, the pineal gland, and all. And these hormones that they produce, they are very important because they help to control so many metabolic reactions or metabolism like growth, reproduction, mood. And like I was saying the other time, the reason why many ladies have they have an imbalanced emotion. The lady can be happy now, after 30 minutes, she's not very happy again. Like Are you under a course? What happened to you again? Have you lost money? There was a course we did then, endocrinology. It was a biochemistry course, PCH 305. And that was when they was talking about how ladies have many hormones that are being produced by the endocrine system. And this creates a lot of imbalance. And it was making reference to their gestation period, ovulation period, menstruation period, and all that. Do you know how many hormones? The hormones they are secreting during it will change. It varies. So it creates some imbalances. And all. So he was advising us to always take care of ladies because they are passing through it. That is not true. Men are passing through a lot also. Okay, so let's quickly check the endocrine system. You can see this guy here, the hypothalamus. Can somebody remind me the function of the hypothalamus that we talked about when we are talking about the part of the brain? Suzanne, can you mute your mic? Do you remember? You can't remember. We talked about cerebellum, medulla oblongata, the hypothalamus when we are talking about the body temperature and all. Okay, you guys can go and read that. Sure. One of the things hypothalamus is linked to the nervous systems and the endocrine system, and it helps to send signal to the pituitary gland. I was telling you the other time that during child bearing, when the lady is giving birth, you need your hypothalamus to work effectively because there's nothing that will happen without the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. And there are some, I don't want to call it muco. This is just this oily part that must be secreted that will enable the cervix of the lady to enable easy delivery of the child. There are some ladies that have a very tight cervix to be somehow difficult, and sometimes the doctor will recommend CS and help. So by the time the doctor is saying, oh, being, make a sound, do this, do that, he's trying to tell the hypothalamus, oh, tell the pituitary gland, because the pituitary gland is the master gland. It will release hormones and it controls every other glands, like all this thyroid, all this adrenal gland, all this reproductive gland. So at that time, it will control the reproductive gland. Okay, this guy needs more water, more hot, yeah, release it, and release it and all. So that is just it. So the pituitary gland, in case they ask you what is a master gland, it is the pituitary gland, and the reason why it is called master gland is because it controls every other gland. How that is taken, it controls every other gland. So every control system starts from the brain, especially the hypothalamus. It's the part of the brain that works with the endocrine and the nervous system. So from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland, from the pituitary gland to every other gland. For example, now I was talking about an hormone the other time, somatotropin. I called it growth hormone. Just remember when I was saying if your body needs to grow, the hypothalamus will tell the pituitary gland, please release this growth hormone. This girl is getting too short. This lady is getting too, and before you know it, some people can be short till age 9, and within 3-4 years, it is based on different reasons. It can be uh, diet, it can be environment, it can be gene, it can be genetic, and all. So hypothalamus will tell the pituitary gland, please release somatotropin, release growth hormone. So pituitary gland will go and meet with the reproductive gland. This guy needs to go and all and to release the hormone. I hope that is clear. Another hormone there is another gland there is the pineal gland for both the male and the female. So this guy, the pineal gland. So what the pineal gland is, what does is that you can control your pineal gland a little bit. How do you control your pineal gland? By controlling your brain. How do you control your brain? By forcing yourself to do some certain things. Now, what's pineal gland? Pineal gland is the gland that helps to control your sleep-wake cycle. Are we together? There's an hormone that is called melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that helps to dictate how long you can sleep, how long you can wake up, and how. So now, if you want to control your pineal gland, or let me say you want to control your sleep-wake cycle, one of the things you will do is that every day, just tell yourself, I want to be sleeping by 1 a.m. Like for example, me now, almost every day I sleep around 2:30, 2 a.m. I'm used to it, and I wake up very early in the morning. Now, I am used to it. How I educated my hypothalamus, my brain, that me, I cannot be sleeping for 6, 7 hours. Sleep is very good, but then I have some things to do. Now, before you know it, your body will readjust and you began to sleep for 5 hours, 6 hours, instead of you sleeping for 10 hours. Because some people can sleep from 8 p.m. and wake up 6 a.m. Do you know how many hours is that? That's about 10 hours. That is quite too long, very too long. So it is actually good. Once in a while, you have to sleep very well. You have to sleep very well. But then you have to manage. So the pineal gland is the gland that helps to produce the hormone melatonin, which helps to control the sleep wake cycle. And anything, like I said, it works together with the brain. And if it works together with the brain, if you can control, it's not that you can control your brain, but you can regulate your brain. Let me just put it that way. So, so there's no way at night melatonin is always how will I put it? The pineal gland will always produce melatonin. There will be a drop of melatonin to your blood, and before you know it, your eyes will be closing down, and you'll be feeling sleepy at night. So the pineal gland is a gland that works actively in the night, and in the morning, before you know it, the hormones will have leave your blood. You know, we said hormone has a very slow effect, but it's very fast. It has a very slow effect. Before you know it, in the morning, there is no traces of melatonin again in your blood, and you feel awake, you feel energized, and all. And it's very important because what the pineal gland does is that anytime there's a need for a high metabolic activity, or probably there is a need for digestion, or there's a need for some important enzymatic activity, and you are working too much, this thing will say, guy, hypothalamus will tell pituitary gland, tell this pineal gland to release melatonin to the blood of gift, or else will not be able to carry out digestion properly. She needs to sleep because there's some digestion that cannot be actualized perfectly if you are perfectly awake. So many times when you are sleeping, in fact, scientists made us understand that our nail grows when we are sleeping, our ear goes when we are sleeping. That one is their own cup of tea. What I'm trying to say is that the pineal gland release this stuff into you. Another one is the thyroid glands or the parathyroid gland. The thyroid gland is located in the neck. Same thing with the parathyroid gland. What it does is that it controls metabolisms. Metabolisms, it simply means all the metabolic activities, all the biochemical activity, how fast the body uses energy, all those carbohydrates that you are taking in, the conversion. You can store many glucose in form of glycogen in your liver. We call it hepatic glycogen when they are in your liver. Do you get it now? So all these metabolism, all these metabolic activities are being controlled by the thyroid gland. And the parathyroid gland, when you say para is just like a type. We have paramedics. The paramedics includes the physiology, the biochemistry, the anatomy. Start taking. We have medics. Medics includes the pharmacist, the MLS, the nursing, and the medicine student. Start taking. So para is just like a type of thyroid gland. It's a small gland that is located behind the thyroid. And what it does is that it controls the calcium level in your blood. It controls the calcium level in your bones. So so many times your bones feel so weak and hot. They will ask you to go to the chemist and take drugs. The drugs, what we do is that it will go and initiate your hypothalamus to tell your pituitary gland to release parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland will be initiated, and it will help to release the thing that is essential for your bone to be more active. So the pituitary gland can also control the also, like we've said. So if, for example, the thyroid hormones are high, your body will begin to burn energy faster. And that is why sometimes you can eat now and you feel like, oh, I'm hungry again. Why? Because there is a high level of thyroid hormones in your blood. So you need to warn your hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, the way I'm going, hey, I will spend all my savings in food. Please help me to tell pituitary gland to control this thyroid hormone so that it can be reduced in the body. I know. So the brain will pulse. God is wonderful. The way He structures, and that is one of the beauty of medics. That's one of because once you understand your body, you appreciate yourself better. That as you are talking, as you are listening, there's a lot of things that are involved. Is that taking? Because of our time, another thing there is the thymus. The thymus is the upper chest level behind the chest, or like for behind the breastbone for both the guy and the and the ladies. So it can also help to produce hormones. Uh, the There's something we call immune cells. Under immune cells, we have the T cells, we have the B cells. That one is you do that in immunology later. So what that thymus does is that it will produce hormones that can help to develop your immune T cells. So if it is not well developed, there are some foreign microorganisms that it can affect you, and if care is not taken, it can cause breast cancer, especially for ladies. And that is why it's very wrong for you to be putting money in your breast. Don't be acting like a village. And given that it's going to a village, try and educate your people in your village. They should not be doing that also. So that is that's about thymus. It can help to fight against and destroy some external microbes and harmful microbes. Pancreas. Pancreas, you should know what pancreas is. Pancreas is located in uh, the stomach level, and it can produce different hormones. The main hormone that pancreas produce is the insulin and the glucagon. The insulin is what lowers the blood sugar. There's something we call diabetes medicine. Diabetes. There are two types of diabetes. We have A and B. So once your pancreas is not functioning well, it is a big issue. The insulin is being produced by the pancreas. What the insulin does is that it helps to lower your blood sugar. What the glucagon does is that it helps to raise blood sugar. So it simply means that if you have low blood sugar in your body, then if you have low insulin, sorry, in your body, it simply means there's high probability that there will be more than enough sugar in your blood because insulin is not there to flush out and lower the level of blood of sugar in your blood again. So it can lead to what we call hyperglycosuria, that is high level of sugar in your blood and in your kidney also. So how does this pancreas guy work? It work with the bloodstreams to regulate glucose. Like I said, when you are fasting, for example, there are some organs in the body that they are wholly glucose dependent tissue. What did I say? They are glucose dependent tissue. For example, your brain is a glucose dependent tissue. Your brain does not eat any other food. The only food that your brain recognizes is glucose. It simply means if you don't have any glucose in your brain cells, your brain will not be functioning well. And that is why sometimes when you are reading, when you are fasting, you don't get it. Why? Because the food that your brain needs, you're not giving it. And that's why some people, when they are reading, they take coffee. Some people they take carbonated drinks. They just put it. Me, when I was in an undergraduate then, what I do is that anytime I'm reading, I take glucose. I'm not talking about the glucose for exercise. I find a drinks that contain glucose. Sometimes I put granite inside because we are broke back then. So we're using spoon to be I pour the drink inside a cup and I'll be taking it as I'm reading. Some people can get distracted with it, but then it's very important. You can take it before you start reading and all. But if you've taken a lot of food like carbohydrate very well, you may not need to be taking drinks while reading. Just concentrate on what you are reading. That is what happened. And there are some other important tissues. Let me mention one. The testes of a man, or the penis of a man, it is only glucose dependent. So all the semen, all the sperm that is being produced, remember by the testes, it can not proceed and continue. So because your stuff will not work very well based on that, let's just leave that for now. So let's go to adrenal glands. Adrenal glands is another important um another important gland. And what adrenal gland, we can see from this diagram, it is located where? Is this not your kidney? Gift. It is your kidney, abi? So it is located on top of each kidney. You have two kidney, and that's why some people are selling kidney now. You can sell one kidney, but then do not try it. I think one kidney is not 10 million naira now. How much are they selling? I think it's 10 million naira also. If you travel out of the country, you still sell it 20 million naira or 30 million naira, something like that. So if you are broke, you can use your kidney to do business. So um, the function of the adrenal gland is that it helps to produce hormones like the adrenaline, like the cortisol. The adrenaline is what we call the fight or flight response, the flight hormone. So as you carry that hot pot and you drop it, it's involve you when you make money. I don't understand. You see, as you go and sell my kidney, all this. If I curse you, I'm teaching you business strategy. You cannot say thank you, sir. Uh, did I say I need money to sponsor myself? Am I the one going to school?
I said she involved me. I did not say she can't say your own.
Yeah, I should involve you. If you say I should involve you, so yeah, how will I not involve you? If you are ready to sell it, let me know. I will involve you. If you ask me to involve you, simply means after selling it and you have money, yeah. Don't worry now. It is well now. If you can sell one of your kidney, use it to do business, make money, go and buy it back. It is logic. All these classes you have to pay for it. It's a master class on money making. Okay, now. So the adrenaline is a fight to flight response. The cortisol helps to is a stress response mechanism when you are very stressed and hot. I think we are good to go. Okay, the ovaries and the testes, they are the reproductive glands. For the male, it is the testes. Testes, we said they helps to produce testosterone, isn't it? And they are responsible for heavy male characteristics, the reproductive glands for the male, for sperm production, and all. So if your testis is your testosterone, um, your testis is not producing testosterone very well, then you will have issue with child uh, childbearing. Also for female, the ovaries in female, like we said during reproduction, they helps to produce estrogen and progesterone, and it can also control your reproductive cycle and pregnancy, and everything is controlled by your pituitary gland. I was citing example of your child delivery when you are giving birth to your child. I mean the females in the house. Guys cannot give birth now. You don't have the things. Yeah. So the reproductive glands also, they are the one that are responsible for all these puberty changes that you see in your body. So all these glands, they work together. What the hypothalamus does is that it helps to detect what the body needs. After detecting what the body needs, what will it do? Signal the pituitary gland. Exactly. After signaling the pituitary gland, the pituitary gland will now give a specific response to it. So if your hypothalamus cannot detect what you need, your pituitary gland cannot inform the specific gland to do what is essential. Start taking. So the hypothalamus is a very important part of the brain that works with the endocrine system and the nervous system. So once the pituitary sends hormones to the other gland, say, Mr. Reproductive gland, please, this girl, she needs something, or she needs this guy needs this guy needs that. So the gland will release hormones, and it will release hormone to the bloodstream. For example, if it is a thyroid gland, it will quickly release the hormone for to ensure proper biochemical and metabolic activities, and to be able to carry out all these carbohydrate, all this metabolic activity, and the hormones will. Please call me now. Please call. Okay, I think we are good to go. Can you still see my screen? So we are at the call. So you guys, please let us go to question and answer. Please, will you guys make me proud? What is the function of pituitary gland? What's the function of parathyroid gland? So the plant hormones. So we have different plant hormones here. Like auxins, gabberellin, cytokinin, ethylene, and abscisic acid. The ethylene is the hormones that helps in fruit ripening. Like if you want to delay ripening now, or you want to fasten ripening in banana, maybe you want to travel and all, you can apply ethylene. Is that taken? Cytokinin helps in cell divisions in the plant. Gabberellin for stem elongation. Go and read it. Auxin for cell elongation and for tropism. Remember tropism? I bet it back there. And abscisic acid for dormancy, all this leaf fall and all. So the next topic they want you to know is homeostasis. Homeostasis is the maintenance of the internal environment in organisms. So they gave us, oh boy, we have a lot of things to cover. I'm even tired. Check these things, just glance through it. The thermoregulation, the heat, the hypothalamus, the code. You can see how the hypothalamus can help you to balance the heat and the cold instances or seasons. Maybe you are under AC, you went to a bank and you are feeling cold too much. You know, and probably you are a village girl, you are not used to AC. How your hypothalamus can ensure shivering. So by shivering, you are able to produce more heat, and with that, you'll be able to withstand uh, what is going on. So, in case they ask, so what does sweating does? Sweating lowers temperature. Shivering raises temperature. Sweating lowers temperature. Shivering raises temperature. Please, is that taken? I think we are done with everything on that. The next thing is ecology. Go and read ecology yourself. You should read biotic and abiotic factors. You should read how to measure environmental factors and all. That is it. So ecology is the study of relationship between living organisms and the environment. You check the abiotic factors, which include the temperature, the rainfall, the light intensity, the relative humidity, the wind, the soil, the salinity, the turbidity, and all. And to check the other guide too, the uh biotic factors and the rest. Please just read it. I've sent you the, I think I sent you the PDF. The I say PDF, the video. They put type of soil here. So then go and read it. Temperature is measured with thermometer, rainfall, rain gauge, wind speed, anemometer, humidity, hygrometer, water transparency, circuit disc, light intensity, light meter. Are you getting it? Am I too fast? Temperature, thermometer, rainfall, rain gauge, wind speed, anemometer, humidity, hygrometer, water transparency, circuit disc, light intensity, light meter. All that is taken. So biotic factors are the living components of the environment. Abiotic are the non-living component of the environment. So the major biotic factors include competition. And competition is when organisms are competing for resources. They said it can be intraspecific or interspecific. That is competition within a location, or competition like some organisms will leave their own personal primary location and they will go and compete with other organism in their own location. We have predation when one organism feed on the other. We have parasitism when parasites benefit and the host is harmed. We have symbiosis, and this is a, a mutual or close association between organisms. They have availability of food, human activities. Human activities, they say it's very important. It's a jam question. It talks about deforestation, farming, urbanization, and pollution. Place. We just reached 73% of what we're expected to know. Imagine. Ah, God. So the next topic talks about symbiotic interaction and energy flow in ecosystem. So symbiosis, go and read on symbiosis. Under symbiosis, you will read on different type of interaction: the mutualism, the commensalism, the parasitism, the saprophytism, the predation, the competition, the amensalisms, the cooperation. The mutualism, they said when both organisms benefits mutual. Hmm? When both organisms benefits. Have you written that down? The commensalism is when one organism benefits, but the other is unaffected. We still do our mock exam even after this question and answer. So mutualism when both organisms benefit, commensalism when one organism benefit, but the other is unaffected. This they will ask question on this. Parasitism is when only the parasite benefits and the host is harmed. Commensalism, one benefits but the other is not harmed. Parasitism, one benefits but the other is harmed. Saprophytism is when an organism is feeding on a dead organic matter. Is that taken? Predation is like a special type of parasitism when one organism feeds on the other. That's predation. Competition is when you try to struggle for limited resources. Amensalism, Amensalism, is when one is armed, other is unaffected. So if you see a question like that and they not put commensalism, just pick amensalism, where one is armed. No, sorry. Amensalism is when one is armed and the other is unaffected. Um, Parasitism is when one benefits, the other is armed. Commensalism is when one benefits and the other is unaffected. Do you see the three difference? The difference between the three. Hmm? All right. They give us different examples of interaction. The mutualism, please write it down. In case they ask you, agar and fungus, the leaching. The example, what type of association exists between them? That is mutualism. Agar and fungus. Mutualism. Should I write it down for you? Commensalism, Mora and Shank. Yahweh in principle. Can you see? So quickly write that down. Please quickly write it down. Let's quickly move to energy flow in ecosystem. The food chain, the food web. Imagine we are speeding a lot. These are some guys. Please, are you guys done writing, please? Funny guy. Are you guys done writing? Suzanne, please be fast. So we have the energy and ecosystem flows from the producer. We have the sun. Sun is the first. Sun to producer, producer to consumers, consumers to decomposers. There's no light in the system again. Done. There's no light. There's no light in the system, man. Okay. So you guys know it. Save it. Hmm? 25. Likes. That 5 likes. Please, are you guys thought? There's no time to check time, please. Okay, please, guys, I will send you. Huh? I will form a note for you on the other topic. I will send it to you today or tomorrow. Is that okay? Will you guys read it? Do you guys have time? All right. So I'll send this one. Okay. So food chain is just a linear sequence that shows how energy passes from one organism to the other. But this one, I can only share you diagram, so the explanations are not there. The explanations are not in the textbook. So you find the explanation yourself, or you go and listen to the video, okay? But you will see the diagrams there. So I take it. So this is an example of food chain. So you can see how they are connected to one another. So we have food web too. It's just a network of interconnected food chains. Let's take this. I'm trying to go to Reddit. I don't want to jump. So we are talking about trophic levels. The producers, majorly they are the green plants, the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumers, the decomposer. Which one?
Like between food chain and food web, what is it?
Food web is just like the interconnection of food chains, like many food chains come together, like from the word web. Hmm? It's a network of interconnected food chains. So we have aquatic food web, we have terrestrial food web. So the aquatic food web is just talking about different food chains that are interconnected together. In case they ask you, the herbivores are primary consumer in the trophic levels. Carnivores are secondary consumer, and the top carnivores, they are the tertiary consumer. Top carnivores. The top carnivores are the decomposers, they are the bacteria and the fungi. And lastly, we have pyramids in ecology. This one is jam favorite. They wrote it there themselves, jam favorite. Pyramids in ecology. So let me just show you the. Sorry, it is where you guys just endure. So this is it. That's the pyramid in ecology. You can see from the tertiary consumer to from the producer to the primary consumer, then the secondary consumer. I told you just now. The examples of primary consumer, I told you the herbivores, and I told you the secondary consumer too. I said the carnivores, and I said the tertiary consumers, they are the top carnivores. Why the decomposers, they are the bacteria and the fungi. Please don't forget it. This is an example. It is well. So please go and read this one yourself. Nutrient cycling. That's the 14th chapter. Chapter 14. Nutrient cycling. You read the carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle, the water cycle, and all. So natural habitat. This one is simple, straightforward. We'll be talking about the aquatic habitat and their the excretory and respiratory organ component that they use, like fish. Fish use gives. Um, insects use is it on trachea? Algae use their tiny body for diffusion. So go and read it, please. I will try and send it the notes, sir. What else? What else? What else? Yes. Biomass. Go and read biomass too. I never knew we have a lot of things like this. For all these ones, they won't have question like that. Population ecology, not biomass. Go and read population ecology. Read soil. For all these ones, they may not ask any question there, but it's also under your syllabus. That's why I want you to go and read it. If they want to ask question there, they will not ask more than one question. Look at conservation of natural resources and variation. That's the topic that you need to go and read. Variation. Please and please, if you're not reading anything, go and read variation. We have two types of variation. We have the continuous variation and the discontinuous variation. Continuous variation simply shows a gathered change or a gathered range of differences. Just that gathered range of differences. Uh, Example is height, weight, the skin color, and all. Why the discontinuous variation? They shows a distinct differences, a distinct, like your blood group, like your fingerprint, ability to roll tongue, and all. I wish at this time would have talked about this thing, this fingerprint, and it is a very this genetics. Go and read the variation or the morphological variations. They refer to the physical variation, the physical appearances, the things you can see. And go and read antibody and antigen for heavy blood group. For blood group A, it's well. Even me go, I'm tired. In case they ask you to identify a fingerprint, I don't think they can. I don't think they can ask you this. So let me quickly go to the past question. This gets sent. Let's move on. Yes, are you guys are writing? Sorry, guys. Let's. Okay. Ah, I can't share my screen. Okay. What is all this? Oh, sorry, guys. I want to share the past questions. It's saying I can't share my screen. Sorry, guys. I'm having issue sharing my screen again. Huh? Hey, is everybody online? Can I send the question to the group? I will be answering it from there. Should we do it like that? Or should we start my system? Which one do you prefer? Are you sending it to the group, Ivan? Okay. I don't know why this stupid screen is not sharing. Sorry, guys. Oh, what's this? So which year should we do? Look at this question. Which one is harder for you? So that we can do it. What's happening to this guy now? Why this stress? What's going on? Let's go to I'm looking for more latest. Should we do this one or we should proceed?
Let's proceed.
We should proceed, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about this? Should we proceed? And we've not do this course, This is what I'm talking about. This genetics. Now you will have issue with it. So please, I send a video on the genetics to you. Please go and watch it. Is that taken? Oh yes, if you don't watch it, that's a big problem. So let's do a few things here. The phonics structure is a protective adaptation for a gamma. We did this other adaptation. Anybody, please, let's be fast. Gifts. We did this, and we did question on this.
Wait, what is the question? I was doing something.
Eh?
Wait,
Question
which
one.
question? Protective. Is it clause? It's clause.
A gamma lizard. Gifty.
It's Kelly's skin.
And now, Lillian, are you there? 4.
Sorry.
The question 2. What about for insects?
Suitable mouth parts.
What's wrong with this thing now? I don't understand this thing again, Darren. Why is it going back to my screen? Okay, anytime I click on the okay, I will not click on it again. Oh yeah, let's pass. You guys cannot do question 3 for now.
Wait, I can do it. Let me do it.
I can do it too.
Okay, yeah, let's see now. Fast.
C.
What about others? Who said C? Don't
Yeah.
tell me it is me. Uh-huh.
It's Gift and Paul.
What do you say?
Gift and Paul. We said C.
Okay, 4. No, question 4.
Nitrate formation.
Nitrate formation. What is
Nitrate
nitrate?
formation. Very good. I taught you this one that cell tissue organ level.
Son. Organ.
Live. Serve. Organ.
It's organ.
What do you say?
Organ.
Organ. Is which of the above is the level of organization of a leaf?
It's organ level.
Yeah. Question 6. Did I teach you this? I think we did on that cell. When I was talking about mitochondria.
So what's the
The D is adenine trisulfide.
sky D?
Eh?
D.
Yeah. ATP. Please, are we all together? Gifts. Gifts, I'm not hearing you. You are doing your mock on Monday.
Okay, is it for number 7?
What's the answer for number 7?
Green leaf.
Green leaf. That's the producer. A disease that is resulting from lack of availability.
Goiter.
Goiter, good. Number 9. I was about to explain this
natural
under population.
Natural selection.
Very good.
So it's under genetics.
Yeah?
It's under evolution.
Yeah. Number 10.
Tide.
It's tide.
Number 11.
Yeah. Jesus. Dialteris.
Number 12.
But what do you say the answer is?
Planaria.
Ewo. Planaria.
Okay.
What do you call it?
He answered B.
Planaria.
What do you say? What did Paul call it before? I don't say planaria.
No, he
No,
said
I thought it was
Dialteris. Dialteris.
I can't hear you guys. So.
But
Lilian, what do you say? In aquatic habitat, which one is the producer?
It's planarian.
And now,
Wow.
I asked you to write this down. Shark and remora.
Conventionalism.
Conventionalism.
I taught you this. The correct sequence of equation, and I wrote that for you. Question 13.
That's B.
D.
B.
Sorry.
Is D. D. D.
You see TOS now.
That's D.
I was saying CETOS. Number 14.
Yep.
I think it's
A.
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 It's A, yeah.
Is A.
It's, how will I do it now? You guys promised me to that you read genetic and variation. Is it a promise?
If we don't read it, how do you want to answer it in the exam?
Eh?
If we don't read it, how do we want to answer it in the exam? But
I want to be sure because if it is food now, I know you will eat it. But now it is genetics. You may not want to do it, so that's why I'm bothered. But I know you. I'm also once like they will give us works in the classroom. We tell our lecturer, yes, we will. Not lie, oh, we'll not do it. Very. I gave you a cheat code then. When I was giving you wicked scorpion, I was saying B for B.
D.
What's C, right?
D.
Number 17.
Sorry, now it's number 15.
Oh, I gave you the diagram the other time now. Okay, I didn't even give you the most common. Oh, the
Is
most
it
common
D?
is O. That's what is common. About 60-something% of people have it. But that doesn't mean we have the same. WHORL. Hmm? Is that
What
taken?
the answer is?
B O Lillian. B.
Okay.
Yeah, number 17.
D. Nine.
Hmm?
I see.
Nitrogen fixing bacteria. Very good. The spine that is present in the edge dog. What's the purpose?
Defense.
The spines.
Defense.
Pure and wool. Spine that is in the desert. Billion. That I gave you the diagram. That I was saying it helps to conserve water.
No, the spines on the hedge knock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Defense.
Sorry.
I feel like disappearing to your room. Just see me. Pound.
Wait, sir.
Do you still remember the dental formula? Or you have forgotten?
Sir,
Huh?
that hedgehog, is it a plant or an animal?
Which one?
That number 18.
Plants now.
Okay.
I thought hedgehog was an animal.
I thought
Eh?
it was an animal.
I thought hedgehog was an animal like porcupine.
What do you say? I can't hear you.
I
He
thought
said
hedgehog
he
was
thought
an
it was
animal
an
that looked like
animal.
porcupine.
Can't get it. Oh, yeah.
He's saying that he thought it was an animal, like porcupine.
The dental formula of carnivore is explained by what?
I
The instrument that is used to measure temperature is what?
thermometer.
Meta.
So the dental formula of carnivores is what? Number 21.
That's C.
See?
C. Incisor is 2 3. No.
Wait, nah. I want to beat
I taught you how to calculate all these things. If you like, go and check your pass notes. All of you are not reading after the class, especially gifts. If you are not reading, yeah, and you want to go to village, you better postpone your village meeting till after a jam. Or you want to go and meet village people in the village. I pity you. Number 21.
C.
Kidney malfunction. It looks very confusing. Kidney and bladder, they are connected together. Enema, puffiness, and water retention. Is bladder malfunctional? Kidney does not retain water. It retains water actually, but it helps to filter water by um, this guy. I think the answer should be bladder malfunction. I will check later. It should be bladder. The theory of evolution which postulates that all linear have a common ancestor. Oh, that's Lamarck.
Darwin. Darwin.
The earlier of us we have belong to the apes. That's Lamarck. Mammals require roughage in their food. So, what's the importance of roughages?
C.
Roughage does not use digestion. No. It is vitamin that is digestion.
Okay.
That's why you buy food. What roughage does is that it slow down aging.
Okay.
You can see this question on variation. Question on variation is not true now. It's even theory at the moment, and we're seeing 2024. That's why I'm afraid though. Variation can occur among offspring of living organisms because of what?
B.
Is it only Lilian that is in the class? Suzanne, is Suzanne still in the class? Susie, Susie baby. There's no one there. We only have four. If you are there, and you're not talking since morning. What's the last question? Variation can occur among couples of living organisms because variation, binary fission. What did you pick? Gift. Maggots are produced by cross fertilization. No, it depends. Seed are produced by seed can be produced by self pollination, can be cross pollination. Maggot can be produced by cross fertilization, can be self fertilization. By sexual reproduction, they are produced by binary fission. The most important biotic factor. The lowest unit of classification is the what?
Species.
The lowest.
Species.
Class.
Species.
We have kingdom, we have phylum, we have it's not family, order, genus, species. Is that what I thought too? No, OPCS, class, species. Species is the last, actually. The two important processes involved in the absorption of and transport of materials in plant cells.
Osmosis and diffusion.
A series of organisms existing in an ecosystem to which energy transfer can be referred to as what?
Food chain.
A series of organisms are existing in an ecosystem to which energy is transformed is food web.
Food.
Web.
Go to. The next question.
D.
This number 30, you cannot know it. Do you know number 31?
Sir, can we see the question?
Number 30 is B. In Niger deltas and southern coast. For southern coast is not there's just Niger delta that is.
Have you seen question 31? Done.
Sir, A.
Yes. You can proceed with the other ones. Yeah, probably.
Sir, D.
Sorry, I'm coming. Give me 1 minute. I want to attend.
But which one are you answering?
32.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm coming. Yeah. Okay, so point 32. They said in a small unicellular organism, everything is sufficient for transport because of what? What's the answer for 32? Yeah, surface area to volume ratio. What about question 33? What's the function of the spinal cord under the
C.
C? Yeah, depth to transmit impulses to the brain. What about question 34? Okay, because they have to venture out of water and live on land. They are amphibians. Very good. Which one are you guys saying BB? Is that another question?
Who is eating?
Question 35, I mean. Which one is 35? Which of the following factor mostly determine the major environments of the world? That's temperature. No, that's temperature and rainfall. Yeah.
Signature for this class.
Please, who is chewing is too loud.
What is that?
Guy, someone is chewing and it's too loud.
Who is too loud?
I don't know who is eating my be chewing. The thing is too loud.
Hey, yeah. Should we just go to another year, or we should quickly finish this one?
So maybe we should go to another year.
Yeah.
So maybe we should go to another year.
Okay.
Anymore.
Do you all agree with that? Get the lowest unit of a biogeographical plant. That's microflora. The one that has features of vitamin K. Which of these plants has features of vitamin K?
Tomatoes.
Eh?
Tomato.
Tomato, onion. Diarrhea, dehydration, and weakness are symptoms of what type of that's cholera. A common characteristic found among the crustacean is the possession of what? Anybody? Two pairs of antennae. The that give within the years of I think this one is in photosynthesis, oxygen is liberated during what? Is it photolysis, splitting of CO2, glycolysis, or conversion of energy? The hormones that regulate plant growth are what? Which one are you saying B to? Is it to the question I asked just now?
Yes, these hormones that regulate plant growth.
Yeah?
Hormones that regulate plant growth, auxin and gibberellin.
Okay. The piercing and sucking mouth parts are found in, is it grasshopper, is it mosquito, is it termites?
Mosquito.
Mosquito, yeah. Okay, I've done that one. Which of the following pairs of organisms exhibit parasitic association? Yes, TC fly and cattle. Which of the following shark and remora, what type of association is that? So that I can be sure.
Commercialism.
Cattle and egret.
It's also commercialism
Why?
because the egret, I don't know how to- the egret is benefiting from the cattle, but the cattle is unharmed.
Who told you?
Is it harmed? I don't know.
I think the egret is it's a bird now that used to hang on their backs.
Go and read it. Yeah, you are right. But are you telling me egret does not do anything to the cattle?
Yes.
It eats the insect on their body, like it feeds from it.
They play. Message me after the class and tell me you are wrong. Okay, it's mutualism. But let's do that. Which of the following group of animals can withstand the rigor of the arid land? This one is under survivor on this adaptation.
So what is arid land?
A.
What is it?
What is arid land?
Desert.
I will test that now.
A desert. Okay.
A.
Should
Very
be A.
What about the shooter joint? If you hear that they want to go and do shooter.
Size C.
Score.
Score.
Very good. The organelle responsible for osmoregulation in paramecium is what?
Contractile vacuum.
The excretory organ of an earthworm is what?
Institution.
You should know it even without taking the option. The platelets in the mammalian blood are responsible for what?
Initiating clotting.
Initiating clothing B.
The most common factor that determines different types of mutation is what?
Reinf-
When testing for the presence of starch in a leaf, the reason for dipping the leaf, because if you don't know this, I will stone all of you. I will use soap wash. I will stone all of you.
That is
I told when I was educated, we asked this question. There's a question that if you finish writing your jam, no, let me talk. Yeah, what's the answer? Hot water. What's the purpose? Done. Stop.
C.
If you are not sure of your answer, don't talk. Some people are using small tone to talk now. See? Don't worry. The kids also said B, kill the leaf. You want to kill the leaf that you want to test. No problem. After 3 minutes, I hope you will give him, you treat him again. Oh, this guy has messaged me, right? It's to soften the leaf now.
yes.
This speed light, where is it? Okay. So soften the leaf now.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. The relationship between Remora and Shark. Imagine they are repeating question a lot.
Commensalism.
They keep repeating this question. Let's go to big questions. All I have is holiday. Yeah, let's go now.
So, photolysis of
The process that takes place in dark stage of photosynthesis. What is the process?
oxidation of water.
Oxidation of water.
Sorry, photolysis of water.
Hmm?
Sorry, wait. I think it's photolysis.
Is reduction of carbon dioxide.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the carbon dioxide will be reduced to carbohydrates in the dark reaction when we are checking carbon cycle. What do you say?
Yeah, the dark stage comes after the light stage.
Yeah?
No, I just remember now.
Just remember. Okay. Number 15. Chlorofluorocarbons are air pollutants that originate from
C.
Cooling
C.
system.
What do you say?
Cooling system D.
Very good. What is the gas that originates from motor vehicle exhaust?
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide. Which of the following is an organ level?
Yes.
It's organ level of organization. This one,
Trap.
I suppose stone you, Paul.
sorry, so
Onion
so
ball.
permission.
I suppose stone you the second time with 2 stone. This time, 2 stone.
It's onion ball.
Wait.
That
No.
we even do the
Onion
example
ball.
inside the
Onion ball.
class.
So I thought onion ball was tissue.
No, nah.
Yeah, we did it inside the class. We've done this question like 2 times or 3 times now. The simplest form of reproduction is what?
G.
Yeah, binary fission.
Binary fission.
Yeah, that's good. Which of the following is the characteristics of wind pollinated flower? I like this question.
Flowers lack nectar.
So
They lack nectar, so they cannot attract pollinators.
Pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ẹ. Do you know the meaning?
No.
I won't tell you. I won't tell you. I mean, clap for yourself.
Okay.
Do this 21. Now, an experiment to determine the humus in a soil sample. The following results were obtained: mass of dish 20 gram, mass of dry soil 7.5 gram, mass of dish plus soil after burning. So that means they remove water level. So the percentage of humus in the given sample is what? No idea. The percentage of humus. They gave us the mass of dish, Abi. So that means, and they gave us the mass of dry soil to be 7.5 gram. Isn't it? They now said the mass of dish plus soil after burning is 25 gram. That means if you want to get the mass of soil, it will be the mass of dish plus soil minus the mass of dish. Isn't it? That will be 25 minus 20. That would be 5. Isn't it? Hello, are we together? We have 2 types of soil. We have the soil after burning, and we have the mass of dry soil to be 7.5. So we want to check the mass of soil after burning, and they gave us the mass of dish to be 20, and the mass of dish plus soil after burning is 25. So that means the other mass is for the dish. So if you want to get the mass of soil after burning, we just simply minus 25 minus 20 now. Isn't it? And that will give us 5. Did we get it?
The answer is D.
So after getting 5, the answer we should calculate the percentage of humus in the soil. So the humus will be mass of dry soil minus mass of soil after burning. So the mass of dry soil is 7.5. The mass of soil after burning is 5, Abi. That's 7.5 minus 5. That will give us 2.5. So let's calculate the percentage humus. That will be 2.5 over 7.5 times 100. So calculate it. What is the answer?
That's D.
Oh, very good. All right. The presence of termites and earthworm in soil promotes what?
C.
Aeration and fertility. Fertility, yes. Aeration. How does termites produce everything? Very soon, Lillian will write our own biology test.
Porosity.
You know,
It's
they are
porosity.
brewing.
It's
It's not
porosity.
for its aeration,
Is
because
erection.
move in the soil and then they give, like, I don't know how to explain. Like they
Thank you.
have space for air or something like that. I don't know how to
And now
explain.
that's they will penetrate into the soil. They burrow into the soil. That means they improve soil porosity, not aeration.
Zeration. Go outside.
Generation, generation.
Which textbook
This
are
one
you
we're
using?
sure of. Let's hold it.
Which textbook are you using? You are using common sense to answer biology. I pity you.
It's not common sense, it's generation.
Okay, I've heard you. Termites can never improve aeration. They improve porosity. You can call your biology teacher after the class and message me.
No problem.
Which of the following is a sex linked character? Do you know how to calculate all these contracts? What population? We do not do it.
Color blindness. Color blindness.
Sex linked character.
Color blindness.
Oh, sex linked character is not color blindness. I'm coming.
Musa, you said color blindness is
Z
dominant in men.
Is albinism. What is it?
Color blindness is dominant in most men.
Is dominant where?
In men,
In men.
yes.
Did they restrict it to a particular sex cell?
That's why this sex linked now.
The
Like
commonly
particular
the common character in a sex link genetic trait is albinism, color blindness. Uh-huh. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me check it out so that I can be sure. I like making research.
I think he's right though.
I'm coming. Yeah, Paul is right.
yay.
Okay, sorry. Albinism is autosomal. Thank you, sorry. In fact, you don't use. Yeah,
Gina,
that's good. Keep it up. The respective tissue that transports water and manufacture food in plant are that one. Bonus mark for you. What's the answer?
So Zalim after.
Yeah. What's the particle that allows the skull to nod and rotate?
Atlas and Axis.
The common will say that determine paternity reside in where? The nucleus.
Ribosome.
The coin 36, I gave you this diagram. Give this to remember.
Abi, wait. Okay, nucleus.
People.
I'm trying to look for. Like, Let me send you these jam pass questions so you can. Boy, I have many plans. Suzanne, you did not talk all through. You did not say anything. You are observing. And you are not a detective. Yeah, I'll send it to you guys.
Species.
So you can do what to. The first thing is try and finish your syllabus. I'll try and compile the notes for you first. The other parts that we're unable to cover. Try and read it first. Then go and solve questions, like past questions. Jam repeat questions a lot. Sometimes they can change a little thing. They can change the options. They repeat question. So if you can do like 10 years, like repeated 10 years question, like from 2024, 2025 to probably 2015, it will help you. At least you will be so familiar with any question that they might ask after it's taken. So on Monday, we'll be having our biology and chemistry mock. The time will be communicated to you by Mr. Lotachuku. Possibly to be around this time, around 12. Possibly. And at 12, 12:30. So also, it is possible that you are doing your physics and mathematics mock exam also on Monday. Do we all agree with Monday? I think Gift said she's traveling. Gift, can't you pen your traveling, your trip? Cannot pen it. Are you going to marry? Why can't you pen? Why are you so obstinate about it?
What I'm going to do if I don't go to help my mom now, I don't know. There's nobody to help her to do it, so I have to go and do it by myself.
I don't have network over there.
There's no up there. And it's even on that Monday, that I'm doing. I want to go and fry Gary.
Okay. So what should you not do?
I don't know. Unless you guys will set my own different.
We'll set your own difference.
Like I'll take like having my own test when I'm back.
Let's do it on a Friday night.
Friday is okay.
Is it this
Well,
Friday?
This Friday.
Five is Friday, and then I can't do it.
No.
Then.
When are you coming back? Gifts.
Tuesday.
Eh?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Abby.
Yeah.
Let's do the mock test on Wednesday during the day.
Okay.
At least by then you would have covered all your notes. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
That's good. So we do the maths, the chemistry and biology. So I don't know about Mr. Lotachuku. I will speak with him to know if he will be we'll be doing it together. Maybe we'll be doing 4 subjects at the same time. Or it is just 2. Okay, that's fine. So you guys, please, most importantly, go and study on your own and get familiar with how the question will come. Please and please. When you get inside the exam, you'll be alone. Nobody will be there with you. And it can be scary. Or you are used to seeing people around you during the lecture hour. But then you alone will be there, only you and your screen. And do not fidget. Do not panic at all. Once you
I
can.
used to see people around me and they used to ask me questions.
What do you say?
I used to see people around me and they used to ask me questions.
They ask you question
Yes.
and you will answer.
If I know it now.
I pity you. Once you get inside the exam, or just be looking at your screen and start doing your question. Don't entertain any question from anybody. Just be focused and do what you need to do. And pay attention. Do not be too hasty. Do not rush yourself, and do not be too slow. Pay attention to the question. Read it like twice before deciding on the final option. There's some question that you just read it once and your eyes are skipped one thing or the other, and you won't pay attention to it, and that will make you to miss the option. So just read it twice, then pick it. And the curvature movement of plants in response to the stimulus of water is called what? That one is simple. The red blood cells were found to have burst open after being placed in this tube for an hour. The phenomenon is known as what? I believe all these things, you should know them. So, in plant cells, the role of the membrane is played by what? So, good luck to you guys. It is well. Any question before you go? We are meeting on Friday for biology and chemistry. Is that taken? Lillian,
Sir?
after your exam, you will teach me French. Let me stop the call, please. So that after that, will not be hearing our conversation.